Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Now You Know. I'm Now, and with me as well, you know. Hi, Mary. Hi, Mary. How you doing?
What do we got on the crazy things for today?
Well, I have a few sayings. Should I start?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. The first one I have is, the expression that the early bird gets the worm. Okay. First of all, I totally disagree with that, but I'll get back to that. But the full expression is the early bird gets the worm, but the second mouse gets the cheese.
What was that?
The early bird gets the worm, but the second mouse gets the cheese.
I had to think for a second, but it's true, isn't it?
Yeah. But I disagree about the early bird getting the worm because, like, I'm an early bird. And not once have I got the worm. And I'll tell you why, okay? The late night people go out with a flashlight, flashing it on the ground. Here, wormy, wormy, wormy. And apparently the worms are attracted to the light. So by the time I go out early in the morning, there are no more worms.
Nancy, how do you know that they're attracted by the light and not by calling, here, wormy, wormy, wormy?
Well, maybe it's a combination of both. I never thought of that. You're right. I just assumed they were attracted to the light. Spoil my moment. Thanks a lot.
So I'm just suggesting that when you get up, now what's early for you, Nancy?
4, 5 a.m.
The worms are even still sleeping then, for God's sake.
No, I don't think so. Worms don't sleep.
Get up. They don't?
I don't think so.
Get up.
They don't even have eyes.
Next time you're up at 4 a.m., go out and call, here, wormy, 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 and see what happens.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay. Talking about worms makes me think of birds, because birds eat worms, and you just talked about the early bird. Makes sense to me. I need to let you know that in Victoria, BC, you are not allowed by law to have a mousy parrot.
To have what?
A mousy parrot. You know, one that says obscene things and makes a lot of noise and.
Oh. What's the matter with them anyway? Well, I suppose you could put a gag on them, right? Or a muffler.
A muffler, yeah. Are you talking about the lawmakers or the birds?
Put it on the lawmakers for that one, right?
No kidding. Yeah.
Birds should be allowed to do their thing.
I think so too. And if
I don't know, lawmakers.
You have a parrot, isn't that what you expect?
Yeah. Who comes up with these laws?
I don't know. But here's another one for you, Nancy.
Okay.
So did you know that if you freeze a toonie, the coin, you can pop the center out of it?
Actually, I knew that.
Did you?
Yes.
Have you tried it?
No, I haven't tried it, but I can't remember. I saw it on television or something. Yeah. Isn't that weird?
Don't try it. Don't try it, Nancy, because tampering with Canadian coins is against the law.
Not only the coins, but I believe the paper money as well, right?
Yeah, because sometimes like you'll write down something on a bill or something like that. That is against the law.
Oh my gosh. I think, is it because the money is not really considered our own? Like it belongs to the government or something, right?
I guess. Still, if I want to write something on
years ago,
my money, I've earned it. I can write on it.
Yeah. Years ago, people would put a penny on a track for the streetcars to go over.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to do that either.
Well, there's no more pennies.
Yeah, it messes up with that poor little penny.
I know, but there's no such thing as pennies anymore.
Pardon?
There's no such thing as pennies anymore.
No, that's what I was just going to say. Now it doesn't matter because, nobody uses pennies. So yeah.
Nancy, the generation that's being born right now, in 20 years, if you say penny, they're not going to know what you mean.
Yeah. They might say penny who?
What else you got for me, Nancy?
Okay, the next one is the expression, a diamond in the rough. Now that refers to, originally what it meant was, it referred to a person whose goodness or other positive qualities are hidden by our harsh or unremarkable surface appearance. As an example, the auto mechanic is a diamond in the rough. So he talks rough, but he's an honest person.
Okay.
I couldn't figure out or find out when that came about.
Yeah.
I looked it up, but it didn't include, because often they'll tell you it came out in like 1800 something like that. But
Yeah.
anyway, I've heard that one before, but it's not really, I would suppose, that well known compared to some other sayings.
Yeah, I've heard it quite a lot, and I always think about it as somebody who isn't terribly polished or, yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
it's actually a compliment.
Yeah, because that's how it kind of it changes a little bit in it and its meaning, right?
Yeah.
Do you have any laws that correspond to diamonds or rough?
No diamonds. However, some people consider their horses a diamond, right? Go with me on this, Nancy.
Okay.
So, in Toronto, you cannot, in any way, shape, or form, drag your dead horse down the street on the last day of the week. So there's no dragging your horse down the main road on, let's say, Saturday, because the last day of the week, right?
Why?
I don't know. What happens if your horse dies the day before or the beginning of the week and you don't want your dead horse sitting on your front stoop?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Wow. And
I know.
But any other day of the week would be fine.
Yeah, I guess. It's only on the last day of the week that you can't do it.
My goodness. Hey, that made me, just as I said, any of the day of the week would be fine. That reminds me of the song. You remember that one? Monday, Monday.
Monday, Monday. Yeah. So I guess you can't drag it down the street on Monday.
What is all that racket at your house?
That's my two dogs barking at something at the door. Can you talk to everybody for a second?
Well, Mary has to head off to see what's happening at her door because her doggies are barking. So we're just going to twiddle our thumbs. Well, that was quick. She's back already. She's kind of like
Sorry about that. We were just dragging the dead horse, and the dogs didn't like it.
Oh, okay.
And it's the beginning of the week, so it's fine.
Okay. Speaking of dogs, Mary.
Yes.
Here's one. Hair of the dog that bit you.
Ooh, Nancy, I know what that means.
Tell me.
So if I've been on a bender and I get a little drunk and the next day I don't feel very well, the suggestion is to have a little bit more of what got me into that state.
But that's not the original meaning.
Really?
Yeah, originally they thought it was a cure for rabies or any disease that you contracted from a dog bite. And what you would do, you would take a hair off of that dog and put it on your wound.
Really?
Yeah.
So where did that come from?
I think
so. Wait a minute now. Let me understand this. A rabid dog has bitten me, and now I have to go and get that rabid dog, get some hair off of it, and put it where that rabid dog bit me.
Correct.
Okay, that's bizarre. I wonder where that came from. I wonder whoever thought that putting dirty dog hair on something would cure it.
Well, isn't that before the time when doctors washed their hands before they operated and like way back when, Obviously, somebody figured out at some point that, this is not curing the rabies.
It sounds like an old wives' tale or some sort of witchy concoction.
Yeah. Now, does it work? Like, I don't drink, as you know, I don't drink. Does it work if you've been drinking and you want, and as a cure for your hangover? Do you know that? Have you tried it? Not the dog fur.
I have tried it, and I wouldn't say it works. But what happens is usually you end up drinking more than you intended, and you end up not feeling bad after all. But then you're just hungover for the next day.
Do you have another law?
I do. And actually, it kind of goes back to the witches and the dog hair and stuff. Until 2018, it was a punishable offense to pretend that you were a witch. You could dress like one, but you couldn't pretend that you were a witch. I know that would affect you a lot because you go around pretending to be a witch all the time.
That's true. That's true. But okay, it's so okay. So if you were a real witch, it wouldn't have mattered. It would have been fine. It's just only if you were a fake witch.
That's right.
Now, how would they determine whether you were just pretending or whether you were a real witch?
Well, I guess they get the hair of the dog.
Yeah.
And put it on you and see what happens. I have no idea. I mean, doesn't that kind of take you back to Salem, how they determine whether you're a witch or not?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Do witches carry cards that says I belong to a Wiccan or I'm a witch?
Oh, yeah. Yes. Kind of like your ID, your driver's license or whatever. What if you had a broom and you rode it around and it really went up? They would know then you're a real witch.
That's right. That is right.
Mm.
Yeah. But I don't think there's probably some law in Canada about riding a broom too.
Well, I don't know, because the last time I rode my broom, a big gust of wind came along and it just slammed me into a wall. My hat fell off. It landed on the mayor's house.
Yeah.
I put a message on Facebook for the mayor, if you would please go get it for me. He never did. Okay. He said, actually, he said he never saw the message. But hello, there's my hat, a witch's hat
Or maybe
on
he
your
never
roof.
saw the hat, or maybe he was frightened.
Well, that could be too. Yeah.
Did you put a curse on him? Did you put a curse on him?
Pardon?
Did you put a curse on him?
Well, no, because he's coming back on my show.
Okay.
So I'm not.
What show is that, Nancy?
Pardon?
What show is that?
Small Talk. But I have one more little saying that I've only ever heard Judge Judy say it. And this, I had to tell you about it because I think it's so fabulous. Okay. So you didn't know I was going to do this. One of the first sayings is, don't pee on my leg and tell me it's raining. I love that one so much. That is so good. Oh my gosh.
Back to the dog thing again too.
Yes. Have you ever had one of your dogs pee on your leg?
No.
Have you ever peed on any of your visitors' legs?
The dog?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, okay. Never mind. Let's not go there.
No, the dogs, they have to go outside to pee.
Okay.
That's just kind of gross. Would a dog pee on a person's leg?
Well,
I'm sure there's a lot of things that do.
They do other things on people's legs sometimes.
Not
they
my
haven't
dog.
been fixed.
Not my dog.
No, good. Okay. Do you have any other laws?
I do. I want to, first of all, that in Alberta, if the mayor had, for example, taken a wooden ladder and painted it to get up to the roof to get your hat, he would have been breaking the law. You cannot paint a wooden ladder in Alberta.
Wow. No color at all?
No painting it at all.
That's not, I would move. If I lived in Alberta, I would definitely move away from there.
Because you'd like to paint your ladders.
Yes. I don't have a wooden one. I have a metal one, but even so,
Well, you can paint a metal one. You can't paint a wooden.
I wonder what the difference would be.
Who enforces these laws?
And do they, and first of all, exactly, and do they still exist? Like, as far as we know, these laws that you've been reading and the ones we talked about last time, they're still on the books somewhere, right?
Well, yeah, a lot of them, except the one that says you can't pretend that you're a witch. That one got kicked out in 2018.
Yeah?
Yep, apparently.
Well, thank goodness. Okay, so now, Mary, you can go back to pretending because I'm the real one. You're the fake.
And I'm okay with that.
Okay. Anything else?
Yeah, but never ever in Petrolia, Ontario, whistle in public in the evening, Nancy. You'll get arrested.
Wow.
I know.
That's so amazing.
I know. But whistling was at one time, what was it? whistle for the devil? There's a saying, something like whistle for the devil or something like that. Like whistling it was not always a cool thing to do. And who whistles anymore?
I do. I go around whistling all the time, but except when I'm in Pretoria.
Please, not when you're there.
No, I don't want to get arrested. Okay.
Nancy, that is all I've got. I have to go and make sure my mousy parrot isn't making any noise. I have to go erase all of the notes I've written on the $5 bills I've had. I've got to hide the dead horse because I can't do anything about it right now.
Okay.
I'm going to go back on Facebook and say I'm a witch, and I'm not going to whistle tonight.
Okay. And I'm going to go and go to bed early so I can get up at 3 and check out those worms. I'm going to go out there calling, wormy here, wormy, 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 and see if they'll come without using a flashlight.
Yeah, that's just cruel.
Okay. Yeah, it is. Okay. Well, Mary, we'll see you next time. And hey, everybody, if you like this, share it. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe, Mary, we should invite, when this is posted on Facebook, we should invite people to like it.
Oh, there you go.
That's how you get some viewers. So, yeah. So, high five, Mary.
See you, Nancy.
All right. See you next time. Bye, everybody.
Okay.